Today I thought I'd give you a little update on our garden and some of our building progress. So I thought I better get out in the garden and start harvesting a few things. You'll have to forgive the air traffic. There's been a lot going on with all the wildfires around us. So more so than usual. We do normally have quite a bit to begin with, but it's been a lot more lately. Today I'm going to pull a couple of things. We do have some other things in the garden that will be perfectly fine with a little bit of frost, such as the kale and cabbage. But I wanted to show you and update you on a couple of the other ones that we were going to try for the first time. So one of the things we had to do is put up this wire fencing around the garden bed. We have some neighbors that raise rabbits, domesticated rabbits, and they like to come over here. They're kind of free roaming, so they like to come over here and try to get into the garden. So we had to put this up to try to keep them from jumping up there and getting into our garden there. So as you can see, my watermelon radishes have started to bolt here, and the honeybees are absolutely loving these flowers. So I gotta be pretty careful, don't want to be stung. Not that honeybees really sting, but if you disturb them too much, they might get a little mad. So we'll try not to do that too much. But aren't they cool? Here is our green beans, and as you can see, there's quite a bit on the plants, but they're starting to have a little bit of nutrient problems, or maybe it's just getting too cold. I'm not really sure, but I figure I'm going to pick those today. Alan really likes to eat those raw, so I will pick as many as I can, and probably enough for maybe 1 or 2 sittings, and I'm sure they'll be gone. Now our cucumbers, we've already pulled one little cucumber. Expect to get a lot of production on them, but I want to show you this one or two. Let's see if we have any more hiding anywhere. Oh, yep. There's one over there, and one hiding right there, and 2 more hiding down there. And they look kind of funny. Oh, and then there's one back there. And there's another one. So those look pretty good, and I have to debate about whether or not to pull those now. I think I'll just keep a really close eye on the weather here and see if I can let them go a little bit longer. Now, strawberries need to be watered, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting any strawberries, but apparently you're supposed to cut back the runners. So I did do that, but it was recently, so I'm not sure we're gonna get anything from these guys this year. We'll try to overwinter them and see if we can get some next year. Here is the potatoes. I'm trying to wait to the last minute to pull these guys up because I want them big and I want a lot of them. So hopefully those will do okay. And we'll see how that goes. Now, I want to show you something very unusual for Alaska, and that is tomatoes grown outside and not in a hothouse. Look at this, guys. This plant, I've pulled so many tomatoes off of it already. It is just laden down with little cherry tomatoes. Very exciting. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So good. We got a little bit of blight going on, it looks like. Or maybe it's just getting too cold for it. Not sure. But I'll pick some of those and make some salsa or something. And then I got our mint. And that's going pretty good. It smells good. And I'll have to pull some of those leaves and make me some peppermint tea. One of the things I was really surprised by is turnips. Look at the size of this guy. Do you see him? He's huge. And a couple smaller ones back here. I pulled some the other day and cut them up as turnip fries, and man, I forgot how much I love turnip. It's so good, and what a great alternative to eating potato. It definitely is a different taste, but man, I really did. I forgot how much I loved turnip as a kid. We only had it, seemed like, at Thanksgiving, and oh, always super yum. Take a look at our cabbages. Remember that teeny tiny little baby? Well, he's still kind of a teeny tiny little baby. Starting to form a little head there. We've got some pretty decent heads going on our cabbages. Now, Alaska is really known for some of its cabbages, and we are planning to head out to the state fair again today, so hopefully I'll be able to grab a couple of shots for y'all of the very large cabbages that Alaska is known for. Our red cabbage, I'm not sure I'm going to get ahead on. And then we've got some beets in here, which aren't poking up yet, so not sure if I'm going to get much on those either. We'll just have to see. Now, these are the watermelon radishes where the bees are that are bolting, and I pulled one of those to try it out not that long ago, and you know, I was really hopeful about them because I was hoping they'd be, you know, the nice sweet type of radish, and they're not. They're still real peppery, and I'm not sure if it's maybe the soil that we're using or if they're just naturally like that. But I may have to just find someone that likes that pepperiness, and being that these have already type of bolted. Oh, check out that bee. Isn't he beautiful? Oh my goodness. What a pretty little honeybee. So, at any rate, I'll just have to kind of see how that goes. But I'm going to go ahead and pull them, see if I can find someone that wants them. And then that'll give a little bit more room for the carrots. They're going really good. And then, of course, back here is the kale, the mountainous kale. And believe it or not, we've already pulled quite a bit off of there. and giving it away to friends and family, and it just keeps going. But that's okay, because that can get a touch of frost. Any of your brassica type plants can get a touch of frost and they'll be okay. Now, as far as the watermelon that we planted, yep, definitely planted too late. It's slow going. And we planted some onions, little onions too, and yeah, I might be able to use them as just some green top onions or something. And then let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we did the zucchini. I don't think that's really going to do anything. And nothing back there on the okra. And the squash is just completely covered by the kale there. So you can hear Alan and his music way out there. He's been working really hard trying to get the building done before we have our first snow. Everybody's debating about how much and when that's going to start. Many years that I lived here before, we used to have snow usually by Halloween. However, we've never had 70-degree Augusts either. So, today, for example, we're at the end of August, and today in our area it's supposed to be 69 degrees. The average temperature for August overall is 64 degrees. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. The fireweed is tall and it is flying. Let me tell you, a lot of them are already empty. So if you believe in that wives' tale, you know, we should be getting like cold, very cold weather within the next 2 weeks, and I don't see it in the forecast. It is high 60s, some 70s, all for the next 10 days.